Hello yet again, everybody. My name is Nathan, ELEMENTofFROST. Welcome back to yet another video. This one's on Fallout 4. Just want to let you guys know that this video in particular is spoiler-free. This is not story or anything like that, but this is Fallout 4. This is me creating my character. I actually tried to base it as much as I could off of Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. Very, very big fan of the show. And I'm a very, very, very big fan of this game right now, guys. Fallout 4, tons of fun. Did about 2 hours of it. Anyway, this section is just me creating my character. I just wanted to put this into a separate video. I was playing around with it, having some fun, looking at some of the features that you can mess around with and stuff like that. Anyway, like I said, spoiler free. If you guys want to see the full Let's Play and the playthrough, I do have that up on my channel as well, so definitely check it out. Link will be in the description below to the first part. And if you guys want to show some support for the series, it definitely would help out a lot. That is it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. So you have face L2. So what do we do here? Face L2 and R2. So we can, what, can we change it? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. You can't go back on L2 after this one. So this one's clearly the last one. So it's not really a rotation. It's sort of, you know, select a guy or whatever. The first guy is probably the most well, he's not horrible, I guess. I actually want to try to make him look like me, or try to make him look like somebody that I, you know, want to play as and stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just go through them all real quickly and just kind of look at the faces. Let's analyze them and sort of see what we're most relatable to. I was actually thinking about creating like a Rick character, like Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. So, I don't know. We'll see about that. Those are all the faces that we actually get to choose from. Okay, so I know that we can, I believe, yeah, after we select a face to kind of base off of, I believe, yeah, I believe we can modify it from there. So let's go ahead and just select one to start off on. And I guess, like I said, we could fuck with it and go back if we wanted to. We have a ginger there. That's just, I don't know, I kind of like the last one. I don't know about y'all. Did you guys like the last one? I was sort of digging the last one down here at the end. Sort of this one. You know what I mean? But I'm obviously going to change the hair color. I'm not going to keep it that old looking. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with this one. Let's go ahead with this. Highlight a facial feature to start sculpting. Okay, so this is the really detailed editing parts of this game, guys. This is pretty insane, if I do say so myself. We can get the color. Okay, I think we're gonna stick maybe with like rosy or I don't know, sun-kissed. You look a little. I don't know. I kind of like the pale, man. I don't know. The tan's not horrible, so we might go with the tan as well. I guess we'll just kind of. We have burned. We don't want that. Bronzed, copper. Jesus, amber. And we're getting darker. Okay. We're going to go back up. I think we're going to stick with maybe like tanned for now or something. I'm thinking that's probably the best way to do it. Or, I don't know, maybe we'll stick with pale. I just don't know. I think we're going to stick with pale for now. How do I change the facial hair color? So do I click on this maybe? And I don't know how to change the hair color. The hair color. I don't know how to change the hair color. The outdoorsman. I'm sort of liking that look. It's more of a full beard look, sort of like Rick. You guys want to create a Rick character? Is that what I should maybe do? I'm sorry, honey. I'm going to take a little bit here. That's why I'm going to put it into its own video. We're just going to go through everything. Oh, we can have like a Heisenberg type thing. We have the goatee there. We have a Heisenberg type thing going on. What's this? Full throttle. So you have a goatee and then plus the rest of the beard as well, just being a little shorter. Ooh, there we go. We have the fucking handlebar mustache. The mutton stash, I guess, is what you could call it. Then you have these. The Gettysburg. The Shenando. I don't know how the fuck to say that. What about just straight Wolverine? Do we have like a Wolverine type thing? We have survivalist. That could be like Rick. Ooh, survivalist. That's more like Daniel Bryan. If anybody is into watching wrestling or anything like that. So, I think we're going to go with survivalist. Because that looks like Rick's beard from like season 5-ish.
Mustache.
We're going to go with that.
Very cool.
A mustache? Honey, that is not a mustache. That is a full-fledged beard. You got to appreciate it, man. You got to appreciate it. I'm not going to get too in-depth with, like, the character creation or anything like that, like switching the eyes around and stuff, because I feel like I'm just going to fuck it up, if you guys know what I mean. So, I guess we could sort of... Yeah, he looks a little sleepy there. Let's be honest. So we have rested, tired, 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 tired. Prominent. So we have prominent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have small. Yeah, I do not like small. I'm going to edit it like this, but I'm not going to actually go in and sculpt it. It's just going to take way too much time, in my opinion. Like I said, we could fuck around with it.
That's the reason I said yes when you asked me out.
Oh, yeah. That is the reason, yeah? Alright, sounds like a plan, dude. So we have prominent, then we have small.
Roguishly handsome or handsomely roguish?
Handsomely roguish. Let's see what else we got here for eyes. I'm thinking about the prominent ones. I think they look pretty good. Prominent, I'm just not sure what one to go with. There's subtle differences, not too bad. Those ones are like sort of deeper, if you will.
Say so myself.
I'm sort of liking those ones, actually. They kind of fit Rick. Right? I think they do. So we have color now of the eyes, so that's definitely cool. We have steel color. We have a blue. Ugh. You do not look good there, my friend. You do not look good there. Dark gray. Those look pretty cool, man. I always... Fucking hell. I always wish I could have, like, dark gray eyes. They just look... They look absolutely insane. They really do. Or like those hazel green. I think actually mine are sort of hazel green. Now that I kind of think about it, I'm not too sure. So we have green there. They don't look too green, honestly. They look blue. Those don't look too green to me, do they? I don't know. I don't even know if I can tell that's fucking green or not. So we have brown. We have hazel. I'm thinking it's brown for Rick. I'm thinking it's definitely... We have hazel. We have light gray. What's up here? We have amber, blue hazy. What are amber looking like? I sort of like the brown sort of eyes for Rick. Not really, actually. In Season 1, Rick's eyes were fucking blue, were they not? They were like a light blue. Yeah. Yeah, they totally were. Do we have like a hazel blue, maybe? Maybe that'll fit him. I'm thinking that fits him, dude. I think hazel blue is the one I'm going to go with. Green aqua? Not really digging that. I'm thinking the hazel blue. I don't know about you guys. I think that looks pretty Rickish. Like I said, we just got to still change the hair color and everything like that. So let's actually... Let's get into that. Let's change the hair color. Rick's hair will be going this color very, very soon. I'm kidding, by the way. We have silver, we have white, we have gray, we have steel gray. There we go. That looks fucking dope, dude. That looks like Joel from The Last of Us. You guys digging that? I'm digging that, but let's go with a brown. Let's just pull off the whole Rick look, yeah? What do you guys say to that? We have deep brown. I'm thinking this probably looks most like him. Dark brown. That's a little bit too red, in my opinion. I'm thinking this one would probably be more like, we have deep brown. That's a little too dark, I think. Yeah, that's a little too dark. We have deep brown. I think dark brown would probably be the one to go with. Let's cool brown. What's this? Okay, chestnut brown. Oh, shit. We don't want that. We do not want that, my friends. We have auburn, red, light brown. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll look at a picture real quick. You know what? Let me just Google up on my phone real quick. Hold on. Bear with me. Like I said, this is its own video, so you guys don't even have to watch this video of the created characters, so don't bother if you guys do not want to. If you guys want to skip right to the Let's Play, it will be down in the description below. If you guys want to do so, then go for it. You know, there's no point. You guys can if you want. I don't mind. Okay, so we get a picture of Rick now. The thing about this picture is that his beard's sort of like brownish gray. His hair's still pretty brown though. So we have platinum blonde, so it's definitely none of these. Let's just go down to one that it could be. Now, this one's a little too light. This one's definitely a little too light, so we're gonna keep going down. Still too light. Still too light. Wait, way too light. Okay, so we have chestnut brown. This would probably be the first contender. Chestnut brown. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. There's probably something more comparable to that. Let's go down. We have cool brown. That's a little too light, I think. We have dark brown. That's... Honestly, I think dark brown's probably the best one. Either that or chestnut, in my opinion. I'm thinking chestnut or dark brown. But if we go with dark brown, it looks a little older. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks a little older than chestnut brown. Chestnut brown looks like he was just born. Obviously, they don't have that much facial hair. That's their baby. But I'm thinking dark brown, so I think that's what we're going to go with here, guys. I think dark brown is what we're going to go with. That's probably the best course of action. We're also going to change the hairstyle, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's see if we can't get a Rick. So basically, let's look for a haircut that basically defines not having a haircut. So let's just go up. Might as well just start up. We have the afros and stuff like that. We have Shaggy. That looks like Gareth from Terminus. That's fucking scary. Rebel. Bedraggled. Casual attempt. I'm thinking more slicked back, if we can get like a slicked look. Not like an... that's not bad. We have Colonel. That sort of looks like CM Punk, though. We have a ponytail back there, I think, don't we? I do not like that. That looks like Jesus. Hopefully we're going to see him pretty soon. That would be pretty cool. Then we have this. Alright, so let's just go up a little more. This one right here is not horrible, but Rick's obviously is not as groomed. So we're going to go up above the afros, because as we all know, Rick does... Oh, that's like a fucking... That's Trevor. Right off GTA right there. So we have Slick and Sleazy. That's also Trevor. That's also Trevor. I think this is probably an Easter egg or something for Trevor. I think that's definitely pretty cool that they put that in there. So we have Tough Enough, Hombre, Midlifer, a Midlifer, and then we have Boot Camp. Okay, so that's a slick look, but way too slicked. Way too slicked. So we're gonna go down a little bit more. Clearly down towards this section is more Rick style, in my opinion. So let's go through these. We have 9 to 5. That's definitely not it. That's definitely not it. That's too thin, I think. Too thin. What else we got? Casual, kempt. Alpha male. Does look pretty alpha male-ish. I don't know. That's a little too slicked again. We need some hair in the face. We need some hair in the face. That's what we need. We need some hair in the face. Just a bit. Not too much, just a bit. Let's just keep looking. No, never mind. We can't keep looking. That was the end of it. We don't want those ones with the ponytails. We definitely don't want those. I'm not going to take too long here, so I do apologize, but let's just try to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Let's just try to get it right. So we have alpha male. I'm thinking this one probably looks, I don't know, the closest maybe? Casual kempt. That's not horrible either. There's not really too much here, honestly. I'm thinking alpha male maybe would be the closest. I really hope that doesn't go on for the whole fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Like the dog thing. Kind of getting old. Okay. Fuck's sakes, man. Like I said, this looks a little too thin and sort of, I don't know, like a Bieber haircut. Like I said, this sort of looks like Gareth, if you will. So we have a shaggy suave, or suave, I think, I don't know. I don't know how to read. 9 to 5. Okay. So it's down, I think, between this one, but I think it's a little too short in the back. That one's way too, yeah. Alpha male, I'm thinking it's most likely going to be alpha male here. If I had to pick, honestly, I think this is probably going to be it. Because this one has a ponytail, and I think almost all of them from then on have one. So it's going to be alpha male, or I think this one. So let's go ahead and just browse over them. I'm thinking alpha male is definitely the way to go, because this one's a little short, so alpha male looks a little longer. It's a little more Rickish. So let's go ahead and go with alpha male on this one, yeah? You guys like that? I like it. Okay. Let's sort of try to get into the details here. Maybe we can move his nose up a bit if we need to. It wouldn't be too much of a big deal. We sort of have the high forehead already, sort of like Rick does, so not much needs to be done there. The nose, again, not much needs to be done there. Not too much needs to be done, if any. You know what I'm saying? So, we have sculpt, we have type. We could click on type, maybe go through a couple of them here.
You think my nose is too big?
He sort of has a thinner
Such a
nose than
cute
this.
nose.
Rick does. So let's go ahead. That's a little too thin, I think. That's a little too pointy, if you will. Or maybe that's just pointy enough. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is one of the weirdest things that I have, like, to pick with when creating characters like this, like having the ultimate choice and everything like that, is my real question is, can you always go back and, like, edit yourself?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you might not want to stick with something the whole time. So it gets to me, and it's sort of always like an ADD type thing. Not an ADD type thing, like a OCD, I guess would be the appropriate term.
Looking good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just going to stick with the handsome 3, man. What about the Roman? We got here for the Roman.
Not bad.
Chiseled?
Not bad.
We sort of have a chiseled look going on. That doesn't look too horrible. I think that's actually more Rick-like.
There's my strapping husband.
That's a little too... That looks a little too big. Whoa, whoa! Let's see if there's anything past narrow. Wide, we definitely don't want that. Pug, we definitely don't want that. And, okay, so we're going to keep it between chiseled and most likely handsome. Because Roman, again, looks a little too big. Chiseled is probably what we're going to go with. This one looks a little too chiseled. I'm thinking this one. So chiseled 2. I'm thinking, yeah, chiseled 2.
If I do say so myself.
Or stick with, like, the handsome 3 that we have. That's what I'm thinking. So, should we stick with the handsome 3 or go with the chiseled 2? Let's just really look here. Let's really look. I keep looking at the picture. I know I shouldn't be. I know that I shouldn't be. We have chiseled, which looks pretty similar to his.
Such a strong
And then we have handsome 3, which I don't know. I'm liking the chiseled for this one, man. I'm really liking the chiseled for this one. It looks a little more him.
Not bad.
In my opinion, it looks a little more him. So I think that's pretty much it. Let's back out of that. Extras. We have any extras or anything like that that we could do? So we have markings. We don't have any freckles. Rick does not have any freckles. We don't want any of that. So we have freckles lower. So what does that take away?
There's something different. What is it?
So we have apply. So freckles. We had freckles lower already on, didn't we? And that took them away. Okay. Mole, left cheek. Or mole on the cheek, rather. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's covered. No, I am seeing it. It's there. I can see it. Yep. I'm not seeing that one, though. I'm not seeing that one appear anywhere. We have full face of moles. We don't want that, man. No. We don't want that. Let's go ahead and accept that.
Nice.
Blemishes. We have an eye socket shade. We have a rough face. I am liking the rough face. The rough face is definitely adding to it. Forehead blemishes. What do we have there? Yeah, I do like that. It's not really anything there. Oh, Jesus, this is not... we don't want any of this shit. No way. So we're going to go ahead and accept that.
That's my handsome guy.
Damage. Let's see if we got anything here. Apply. We have anything? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's adding some shit, man. I don't want any of this. I don't... no, I'm good. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Imagine applying all these. Let's go ahead and check that out. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Alright, well, now that we know what we can do, let's go ahead and get out of this menu, man. Let's go ahead and do that. So we have sex now. Obviously...
Hey, my turn, big guy.
Alright, so we can play as a female. I knew that. But we're going to stick with the male. We're going to stick with Rick, so let's go back.
Let me just slide in here.
Alright, so let's go into here. We got our face done and everything, so let's go to our body, I guess. Let's go to our body and see what we can do to our body. It looks, honestly, pretty good already. I don't actually want to mess up anything, so we can always click cancel if we don't like the changes. So we do have like a little bit thinner. Definitely don't like that. I sort of like the whole medium size thing. Muscular is absolutely ridiculous. That is not Rick. That is, yeah. I'm liking the normal. I'm liking the whole normal thing. The normal thing was definitely nice. So we can go back into body and just kind of overlook it again at being normal. I'm definitely liking this look though. Like, you know what I mean? It's not too thin, not too thick at the same time. Yeah, I'm liking this look. This look looks pretty good, in all honesty. We could move it maybe over. Nah, I think we're just going to keep it the way it was, man. I think that's probably pretty good size for Rick. I think they nailed that in the game. I don't know about y'all, but... Anyway, obviously it doesn't look totally like Rick. It's not going to. But that is it. Options, done. Confirm character, okay. Yeah, that was quite a bit of time, so that definitely will be its own video.